If you feel tired and unmotivated every time you try to improve your life, but you can grind games for hours on end without feeling tired, there is a reason for that. And it's not discipline. It's because you don't have a clear purpose in life. So let me clarify that. Everything has a purpose. It's either in a game to fight against the end boss, it's to win a tournament, or get screamed at 10 years old Valorant. With some shit times there. And without this purpose in your real life, you feel tired. You don't really know where you should channel your energy to. You do random tasks that drain your energy and doesn't get you where you want to be. And that is because you have nothing to work to. Yeah, you have goals, but there is a big difference between goals and a purpose. The difference between the purpose of your life, for example, and the goal is the main thing. For example, in a game, the purpose is to defeat the boss. And the goal is to level up, get better gear, and slowly improve your character until you're able to save the village and defeat the boss. So, to put it clearly, the purpose is the highest priority. The highest priority in your life right now. And the goal is the small steps, or the big steps, depending on how good you're at goal setting, to go towards the purpose of your life right now. And that is why so many people are shit at setting goals. Because they don't have a clear purpose behind the goals. And now you may ask, like, how do I find my purpose, Noah? And it's quite simple, and at the same time it's quite not that simple. So the most important thing right now in your life is your purpose. For example, if you want to get out of the gaming rut and you want to start building a structured life, a purposeful life, and to get, like, for example, many new friends, so you have a rich social life, can be, for example, one purpose. You want to get out of the gaming rut and want to build a clear structured life with a social life. That is, for example, the purpose. And then you need to do small goals to achieve that. And if you want even a more clear path, you have something like that as your purpose right now. I made so many modules in my course Level Out where I explain in depth what you need to do. And I really want you to emphasize on something. A purpose is not something you have for your entire life, as you might think it is. Purpose is like a layer of an onion. You peel it small by small. You have the first purpose, then you get and satisfy this purpose, and then you need to find the next purpose. For example, my first purpose was to build a structured life. After I finally got a good morning routine and a night routine, what you really should do is have a night routine, by the way. I really would recommend that. The next thing I did was I wanted to be more social, so I slowly built up a social circle where I have now friends that I really can appreciate and I really have a real laugh, not these fake friends online. Then I still kind of feel empty, so I had the purpose to find my purpose, and I will tell you about that a little bit more further in the video. And after I found it, I was like, the next part I want to do was my personal fitness. I wanted to lose weight and gain more muscle. And after I satisfied and got up the routine, and now I have a strict structure on how to go to the fitness, I thought, like, now I want to do something more. And that is why I wanted to help others and earn a living by that. So you saw how I have many different purposes in my life. Slowly needed to unravel it and slowly peel the layer by layer back to get more and more to the core purpose of my life. So you may ask now, Noah, what is my purpose in life right now? First of all, I want to one thing very clear. Gaming is not your purpose in life, man. It's just an entertainment tool. So don't think having as much time on gaming or getting into this rank or buying that car or that mansion in a game or defeating that boss or get to that level in a specific game is your purpose right now. That is why you're so into gaming, and gaming is so easy, because you have a purpose and a goal. And you don't really need to think about it, because the game is designed that way, so you don't need to think and just enjoy it. But my goal is it to get you with this video away from gaming and build a structure that makes gaming so addictive. Now, after I made that very clear, I want to say, when you don't know your purpose right now, then this is your purpose. Your purpose right now is to find your purpose. Now it sounds weird, but you need to really think about it. Like, you need to constantly think about what is something, or like what is the next step in life that will elevate me completely. And you may ask, how do you do that? That's very simple. You ask yourself deep questions. For example, one question that personally helped me very much is, when you are able to achieve everything you want, what would it be? And the first thing that, for example, came my mind was like getting a six-pack, getting more ripped in life, having like a fitter body. And that's how I found the purpose layer of getting fit in life. And that's the same thing you need to do. Just think that question. Probably one of the first things that came to your mind is what you need to focus on. For example, if your first thing is like, what would I really want right now? So you think about it, you maybe journal about it, or like just think about it clearly. Don't distract yourself with any social media. I really recommend you to have just like a place, or put like a specific time where you just sit in like a blank room, not in your room where you have like distraction, something. Just go out in the park, go in a basement or something where you don't have any distraction. Just get yourself like a block and something to write, and just really deep dive. Really think like, what is my next purpose? Also, what very important is you need to, the layers you peeled off, you need to consistently keep them down, because if not, they will come back. For example, if you think about, I want to be, my next purpose is having a six-pack, then you need to keep up with that purpose. Because if you stop training because you find the next purpose, for example, building a business or something like that, and you start with your fitness again, then the fitness purpose layer will come back to you. You don't really feel fun about your entrepreneurship, your business anymore, because your first layer that came before that, it was like your personal fitness, is not there anymore. So you don't feel as fulfilled as you should be. That's why you need to always keep on peeling it down, and keep the things that the purpose layers you just peel down, and you do that by doing the habit, or like the purpose you want at that time. For example, if I would suddenly don't have any structure in my life, I would also cut off my social life and don't do any fitness related things, and just focus on the purpose layer I have right now. It wouldn't really be fun, because you get closer to your purpose, the life you really want, by slowly peeling down these layers. And I wouldn't be very satisfied with it if I just record all day and don't do any sports, don't have any social interaction, and just wreck all my routines I have. That really would not make me happy as it should be. And again, I really want to emphasize how important purpose is. Again, that is why gaming is so easy to do. You don't feel like you're doing the hard work while gaming. It's quite fun. And it's the same way if you structure the real life the right way. We have a purpose, we have small achievable goals, just like in gaming. And that is how real life is slowly turning into a game, and really makes fun, and it's very easy. Also very important, you need to separate your thoughts from social media. Social media is imprinting purpose or like desires into you. Girls want you to subscribe to the OF. Other gaming people want you to have the desire to buy the things they are sponsored with, for example. So you need to slowly peel that back, and don't think social media or something you found on social media is your purpose. I mean by that, just because you saw one rich at it, your next purpose don't have to be, I want to be a billionaire. I know I want money, but for example, right now you want to also look good first. So you start with that, because that is something you have more desire for than the money thing. And that is why I really need to emphasize the thing, you need to find your purpose. And you do that by, just as a quick recap, you do that by asking deep questions. So do that right now. When you don't know your purpose, make a fixed time where you think about what your purpose could be. And if you know your purpose, I want you to learn how to real settings. You learned it in one of my modules, or in the video I made here. And I really want you to instantly take action. So don't just think about it. You really need to do it. So, because if you don't do it, the whole video was just a waste of your time. If you just listen and think like, I will do it next week, you will never do it. You need to take actions instantly. So don't forget, try and fail, but never fail to try. See you in the next one. Bye.